Listening to all the speakers that have come before me. It has been interesting listening to the political representatives, and we are looking forward to hearing more from the rest of them. What I'd like to bring our attention to is the fact that in all of this, we all have a role to play. I always say that in the architecture of our democracy, if we all do what we are supposed to do, we will move forward quickly. Why are media people being attacked? What is happening to those who attack them? If we take these things seriously, we would not even need to have these occasions, except to have intellectual conversations. Somebody attacks media. Is the person properly arrested? Is the person properly arrested? When the person is arrested, does the person face go through the system and get the consequences of their actions? If we don't do that, we'll be talking as usual, more and more talking. When media also goes wrong, do we have the courage, the organizations that must ensure that we all live in a decent and civilized and civic-minded society? Do we do what we need to do? When media men sit on air and do what is not right, do we? But if we all should do the things we are supposed to do, we will go a long way. Whatever the case may be, attacking media, violence cannot be the way forward for us. Our democracy is based on a free media. Like I mentioned earlier, our constitution is unequivocal. We must ensure that journalists have the freedom to practice their journalism within the constraints of their own ethical requirements and recommendations. But it's important that we don't lose sight of the fact, because no matter what happens, we cannot live in a society where the violence is normalized. And it becomes normalized when action is not taken. We must start to take action against those who do wrong. We must start to take action against those who do wrong. If we don't do that, we will continue to have conferences, and the things that are wrong with our society will persist. And this goes beyond just media. It's the way we live our lives, the things we complain about, the way we hold our state accountable or not accountable. If we don't all play the roles that we are supposed to play, as citizens, as stakeholders, as people who have been given roles to play, we will not make any progress. Now, on disinformation, misinformation, and fake news, especially in the context of politics and elections this year, we have already seen it. And some of the perpetrators will stand on this very spot that I'm standing and condemn others, yet they have machines set up to churn out fake news, disinformation, and misinformation in their bid to get power. We all know this, yet we all sit here and we will all talk and we will all go home. We must start to hold each other accountable. We must start to hold each other accountable. Political parties must be held accountable for these infractions. Misinformation, disinformation, and fake news is a threat, not just to the democracy, but to the very existence. It's an existential threat to our state. We have internal vulnerabilities that become heightened by the external threats that we face as a country. And if we do not manage disinformation and misinformation well, we will find ourselves in a place that we don't want to be. We cannot continue to accept or to just gloss over the wrongdoings of people who are seeking power.